Hi, this is your market update for September 2022. I'm Christina Ward, and we're talking about the Boise, Idaho area and surrounding counties. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk about Ada County and then Canyon County, and we're going to look month over month to see the change, because in Canyon County, we did see our first shift. We are in a depreciating market in Ada County. This is news for September 2022. We were not depreciating last month. So this is after 10 years of appreciation, we've seen our first month of depreciation, which we were all expecting. And then also I'm going to go over some national news that I got straight from Gary Keller and all of the research that they do down in Baylor University. I think they have a whole research department at some university in Texas. So keep with me on this video. There's going to be some great local and national information. So this is Ada County 2022, and we have seen definitely a decrease in inventory, which is exciting for sellers. There's still low-ish inventory, it's rising, but looking at it seasonally, this is normal for us to peak in the summer and start to go down. Inventory is at 2.5 months. That's a seller's market. A couple of years ago, it was 3 days, but last month it was 2.6. So I'm wondering if because building's not happening fast enough and there just isn't enough homes for sale, if we won't see that big of a market shift. But I am going to show you how in the outskirts of town we have started to see a price decrease, which makes sense because we've seen more price reductions than we've ever seen here in the Boise and surrounding areas. So the average price in Ada County is, which is our county that surrounds our metropolitan city, Boise, is the average price is 609, 5.9% appreciation. Last month it was 610. So technically we're down, but I'm just not going to say we're depreciating yet because it's too soon to know with that little of a difference. We're definitely flat, that's for sure. So we got up to 6.1% appreciation. We're now at 5.9. We're kind of leveling out on that inventory. We can see that average price is going down right here. And we can see some seasonality in our market, but also just interest rate fatigue, like buyer fatigue. How am I going to spend $609,000 and pay 6.75% interest rate? Now, some buyers are, because they know that real estate, if they buy now and they own it for a long time and they can afford it, it eventually goes up again. And so it's a good investment. I'm not saying it's bad, but there's some buyers that are just like, I don't need to move that bad, and they've sidelined. And when we see less buyers and more sellers, we see a market shift. So where we really see that shift is in Canyon County, which is Nampa Caldwell and the more extended areas of our town. Idaho is a very rural state. Boise is the largest metropolitan city, as some of you know. And so when we get out to the outskirts, it becomes very rural, and then market tends to shift on the outside of cities and go then into the inside. So I do expect to see this in Ada County if I'm going to guess, but I don't have a crystal ball. So the average price in Canyon County is $436. Last month, August 2022, for $482, $436. And you guys, we can't just keep appreciating forever. Look at what last year did, 34%. So we've gone down a little bit, technically still up based on the beginning of the year. So 8% up in Canyon County. But eventually what comes up that high has to come down. I mean, that's what I think, but we'll see. So it's trending downwards quite a bit, the 480s to the 430s. Our inventory is remaining pretty stable at 2.5. Last month it was 2.4. So both are pretty right there. Our inventory is starting to go down a little bit, which we see in the fall. But the buyer count, you can see this buyer count's a lot less than this time last year. Same with Ada County. A lot less. This is the gray is the buyers. This time is right now. There's less buyers than the same month last year. What else can I tell you? Gosh, I wish there was someone asking a question right now, but pretty much what we're seeing is higher interest rate causing buyers to get out, a little bit more sellers than we have had in the past. And we're starting to see a depreciating market. So let's look at the whole, like, why are we here? This came straight from Gary Keller and their research. So unemployment, we want to look at three things when we're looking at the economy. Unemployment, GDP, what's the other one? Unemployment, GDP, and inflation. Duh. All right. So unemployment, we're at August 2022, we're at 3.7. And yeah, of 21, we are at 5.4. So we're right there. Like this is where we want to be. So we're good with unemployment, and GDP, we're at 0.2 months projected for 2022. And then this is actual. We actually went under. So technically 2 quarters of being negative GDP, we are in a recession, even though no one's really admitting that, but that's 2 months of negative GDP. We want to see it at 2. So that's not so good. That means we're not spending, right? So that hurts businesses, it hurts families, it hurts everybody. And then our inflation. This is one of the biggest challenges is our inflation rate. So we're projecting into 24 here, but right now we're at 7.04% inflation. That's too high. Home sales, we're projecting 5.1. We're actually the newest projections from the National Association of Realtors. It could be even 4.8 or 4.9 compared to last year. That means a lot less real estate sides for us realtors. And that means there could be some people that are getting a little desperate that are selling real estate. And for consumers, mostly watch these videos. So just for you, that it's important to ask your agent how long they have been selling real estate and how much houses they sell. It's not everything, right? Like it doesn't mean that they're good or bad or right or wrong, but only 8% of realtors this year have sold more than 4 houses. That's from the National Association of Realtors. I'd be concerned if I was hiring one of those 92% of realtors that if they didn't sell a house in the last couple of months, they have no idea what's going on. I sold a house yesterday. So I'm seeing exactly what's going on a daily basis. So I can give people real-time data, not data from 2 or 3 months ago from my last experience. We've sold over 100 homes this year and it's only September. Well, as of September, it's now October. So home sales monthly, this is cool. Home sales annual. Let's look at this. If we had a projected line of 4% appreciation a year and we didn't go up or down, just nice and easy and up the way, we would be at $343,000 for an average sales price. We're only at $395,000. Like a lot of people say, we're way overpriced. We shouldn't be here. We're going to come crashing down. This helps me think that maybe we won't see a big crash. We could see an adjustment. We're definitely due for one, but maybe not a crash. What do you think? And then home prices monthly, so average 30-year fixed rate versus median home price. This is interesting. If you guys like this kind of stuff, just send me a message and I'll send all of this to you. Days on market. In Ada County, we're in the 30s now for days on market. This is still showing 20s, but the Ada County realtors showed 30 the other day. I wonder if that is including new construction. That might be what it is. But 19, no, that's 19 for December. Hold on. 2022. 16. Ooh, that's low. 16 for the nation, 19 for Ada County, and then probably 30s if we're including the new construction. Inventory 2.3 as a nation. That's for 2021. As of right now, we're 3.2 months inventory. And just remember, in Ada County, we're at 2.5. So we're lower inventory than the country. So take the national news that you get with a grain of salt. Take all news with a grain of salt. Ask yourself a logical question. Could that be real? Or could that be maybe real without content or context to it, right? Like sometimes something is stated that's true, but there's more information needed around it to be fully true. Mortgage rates. This is the trend line from the beginning of tracking mortgage rates, 7.81. And if you just take out the crazy 1980s, that was insane, then 5.97. So we're at the high 6s. We're just right there, close to that average mortgage rate. And this is what I showed you. This is why our market was kind of shocked this year, not because being in the 6s is good or bad, right or wrong. It's just that it went up so fast. This is the fastest increase in mortgage rates we've seen of all time. Single family starts, we're a little behind. We have been behind since the recession on not enough houses being built. Still a problem. That's why we have low inventory, is we need more homes to be built. And also there's natural disasters like the hurricane that just happened in Florida. There's fires that happen all the time that have taken homes in California. So the inventory has been low because builders lost everything in the recession and some of them didn't come back. And then the builders that stayed in it, they were more conservative for good reason. They didn't want to lose everything again. And then we've lost housing from natural disasters. So we do have low inventory as a nation from many other factors than just buyer demand. I'm Christina Ward. This is your market update. It's always a good time to buy and sell as long as you really need to and as long as you can afford it. The best way to figure all that out is get to a local realtor that's trusted to look at all of the numbers with you and review your motivation. We are happy to do that for you. We're happy to connect you with agents across the country. My number is 208-869-2444. Follow us on YouTube, Christina and Company, or Instagram or Facebook, and let us know how we can help you.